Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Now the NFL's leading rusher a season ago, Josh Jacobs.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
A short throw, that's hauled in by Mayer.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Play action now. Prescott.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Here's the 12th overall pick in April's draft, Jahmyr Gibbs.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They're right around the middle of the pack, number 15 in the NFL against the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance. Now, that's a play to applaud, because these RPOs, things happen so quickly, and that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that third down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
This is taken at about the 14. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Prescott off play action.
And that one complete downfield to Allen.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 15-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Touchdown Raiders! Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to... And now off to the races down the right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there. A good one. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Fields. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Raiders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. You talk about this Lions defense. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams in the top 5, they don't stop running the ball, they'll get things done early.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a 1st down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. It's Brian Branch with it, and he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll start out here with the option left. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
From the 50, here's Fields. He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Here's Jack Fox now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Jacobs going to try the middle to about the 48-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6.
Now Prescott. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 2nd quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Don't jump. Ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Off play action, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each.
There he goes, left side.
Down the left sideline. He's on his way.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Anthony Schwartz.
An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll fake the jet sweep there. Instead, hand to Jacobs up the middle.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw there complete to Allen.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Prescott. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Jacobs again.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown.
Josh Jacobs with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, son.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point,
Let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you've got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Prescott.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Into space at the 45.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Off the play fake, Prescott.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and this is scooped up by the Lions.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now it's Fields.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
But this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And taken at the 46.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. A 1st down throw for Prescott. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
The one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Throwing, Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately, They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more.
Touchdown! Michael Mayer, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are able to stretch out their lead.
Carlson on for the PAT. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Next to score, Raiders 23, Lions 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Fields. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here we go, Scott.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Go. Right.
To throw is Fields. Finds Gibbs on the check down.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On play action, Fields.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Darnell Mooney.
As the first half is winding down, and the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that trims the lead down to 9.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Meanwhile, Dax, and this throw brought in here by Mayer. Big strides, look at him go. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Michael Mayer with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Fields.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gibbs. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Play action. It's Fields.
Out to his left. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, it's Fields.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Fields.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Great coverage down in the end zone. He's scanning the field, looking. No one ever came open. So in the end, he makes the best decision and just fires it over the end line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
from 6 yards away.
And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point try now for Patterson.
And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Offense set to get this drive started.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
A stoppage here following the play, and it looks like Josh Jacobs was shaken up and in need of some assistance. Now a 2nd and 2.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did. Prescott now on 2nd down. He's got Allen. On the move past the 40. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Prescott to throw it. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
That one complete to Horsted. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
To throw is Prescott. Open man, it's Mayer in the end zone for the Raiders touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Raiders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, Scott.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably
not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
2 yards on the pickup there. And now third down and 6 to go.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Now Fields. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
They snap it to Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Prescott from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Play action now, Prescott. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Off play action, Fields.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Brown.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Here's Jacobs. Oh, what a move. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says He has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Second down and 6 now. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions 31. 103 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. They're looking at third and a few inches. Dances by him.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On second down, Jacobs.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
But now he appears to be in some pain. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
On third down, a run from White. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Don't jump. Ready?
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the field's hit, and the ball is loose.
And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
They stay on the ground with White. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't it?
Well, plus they have a police